parkrun this morning, and then doing an extra 16k today because we're up to running round about the half marathon distance on our weekend long runs, so 21k's today and tomorrow. It's a peculiar morning. I'm really very tired. I haven't slept very much the last couple of nights, and 2 nights ago it was 21 degrees. Today it's only 10 degrees, and in fact the temperature's falling, if anything. It's grey and it's drizzly. Definitely, it's more like the end of winter rather than the middle of summer. Anyway, not to worry. So parkrun, I'm not going to record the session. I think we've recorded all the parkruns for the first 9 weeks, and it was given a lot of interesting reflection, but I think I've got to the stage now where we're not really learning anything from doing parkruns. So we'll not bother recording that. We'll do the parkrun, then we'll pick up the recordings for the longer stint, and I think that should be fine. Okay, so we'll do the parkrun, then we'll come back and go for another 16k's. Okay, so we'll see you then. Right, so that's parkrun done. I did say in the intro bit that I wouldn't record it because I didn't think I would learn anything from parkrun again today, but I did. I said that I was pretty tired, not much sleep last night, and so no pretensions about going out and doing any kind of a time, and I just kind of cruised round. But when I got to the end of the first lap at 1.5k, it wasn't much more than 8 minutes, and so that's not that much more than I ordinarily would do, and that really surprised me. But it was no effort, and end of 3 laps, 24 minutes, and still no real effort, and so it's another half a k from the end of the third lap to the finish, and so I finished in 26:42, which is only 31 seconds slower than last week. Mind you, last week I struggled against that wind and so on, so it's maybe an unfair comparison, but I thought that was really interesting, No. Anyway, right, so that's all besides the point. So I just thought I would do this little bit of reflection on the parkrun, then I'm heading out now for my other 16k to make it up to the 21k today. Right, okay, so we're going to be doing the trails and lanes just the southwest of St Andrews today. So last time we did it, it was about 14k, and I need to do 16 today. So I did a little bit round the park, and I'll do a circuit of the park when I get back as well, and that should just make up the distance quite nicely. Okay, so it's raining, but it's not heavy rain. But I put my hat and my jacket on just in case it gets heavier, and I've got my bag with me with a little drink in it, and if it brightens up I can put my hat and my jacket into the bag like a Boy Scout. Be prepared. Okay, so here we go then. it is raining. Oh gosh, I feel cold now. Almost immediately felt really cold, probably because even after the park run I had been sweating, so my t-shirt was wet with sweat, and coming up that hill and with the top on feeling hot, it's still wet, and it's actually quite a strong wind, and it's cold, so I think the sweat is just kind of going blip. Right, so here we go, another lesson learned. Through some longish grass here, so at the end of this bit I'll have a quick check, make sure we haven't picked up any ticks. It's not a thing that's ever happened to me before, but and it's unlikely that even if you did get a tick that you would actually get Lyme's disease, which is one of the dangers, but there's no point in taking chances for the 2 minutes it takes to check yourself. So we seem to be okay. A few black dots, but I think just grass seeds or bits of general muck being kicked up. So that's good. So this is the 7.5 kilometre mark, and last time on this route this is where I was dehydrating, desperate for a drink, and look at it today. the 8.5k mark, 56 minutes, and at last looks like we're starting to go downhill a bit. So that's about 7.5 k's, mostly uphill. We seem to be right at the top of the ridge now, so hopefully it'll be more downhill than uphill for the next 7.5. But of course we've got that long and really steep uphill just towards the end to look forward to. Right, coming up for the 10k mark. Right, that was an hour and 4:49. Morgan. Good morning in German because he had like a German army uniform on. But did my eyes deceive me? He actually had SS insignia. How ridiculous is that? Don't mind Wehrmacht. The Wehrmacht were just ordinary soldiers, the same as the Allies. But the SS, that was a different kettle of fish. SS uniforms were incredibly smart. But for anybody that knows anything about the German army, in fact, technically they weren't even part of the army. They were really, I think, at the military wing of the National Socialist Party under Himmler. But yeah, whatever. For anybody to be wearing SS insignia is absolutely, I was going to say scandalous, and I feel quite offended by that. But I guess the guy doesn't mean to harm anybody. He maybe just needs to do a wee bit of reading about the kind of things that the SS got up to. And I'm sure he'd be the first person to take them off his jacket. However, this is meant to be about running, not meant to be about history of the Second World War. Right, Creekton Park, 3/4 of a mile. So 3/4 of a mile to the park, that's 1.2 k's. We've done 12.5 approximately just now, so that takes me to 13.7, just under 14. So to do 16 means doing one full lap of the park plus another half a k. Meters to go. And that's it. The last time I did a half marathon, I came in just under 2 hours. That was 1 hour and 49 minutes to do 16k. So I would still have had another 3 miles to go. But then, I don't suppose most half marathons have got as many hills and continuous ascents as that. Okay, so how do I feel? Well, legs were tired definitely from about 13.5 k's on. So I was kind of jog walking the last couple of k's. So hamstrings were a bit tight. I haven't had that really for a while, but I think that's just one of the general my legs are tired symptoms. I don't think it's a hamstring problem because it's both rather than just the left one. The last K, you've probably heard me mentioning about having kind of what I describe as hot toes on my left foot, where the bone is between the toes and the sole of the foot, you know, feels hot. So that today was, in fact, that was the main reason I was jog walking. It wasn't just hot; it was actually pretty painful. So this kind of confirms that I think it's the shoes that are okay up to about 12k, something like that, but I just don't think they're meant for longer distances. Other than that, it was fine. Anyway, that's it. So we've reached half marathon distance. We're going to do that same kind of thing tomorrow. We're going for a 10k with the transition group, and then I'll go and do 11k somewhere else around the estate, or maybe go back round the Lithrisk Road because it's nice and flat. Yeah, so that'll be fine. Okay, so we'll see you then. I'm off for a quick a long hot shower. Okay, see you tomorrow.